So it rotates this way, it rotates that way, and also... Hello deaf audience, welcome to my YouTube. So today I'm going to be working on this hand holding a candle. It's not finished yet. And you're going to listen to my podcast while I do it. Episode 2. A few days ago I decided I would put my podcasts up on YouTube for my deaf followers, hard of hearing followers, and the people that speak English as a second language to read along to the subtitles. And yeah, I put it up and I had a bit of feedback on my social media. I connected and reached out to some deaf audiences, and yeah, I got some really good feedback and some things that I needed to improve on and some things that I needed to do better. So in the last episode, I thought it'd be nice to put a nice pretty pink background with white subtitles, but I found out actually, no, it's best for you guys to consume my content by having subtitles that are easiest for you to read. So now I'm going back on white on black. And also, yeah, I learned some politics as well, that I need to be considerate with the way I present the word deaf. Quite a big majority of the deaf world really prefer it if I capitalise the D. So there we go, learning some new things about that. Yeah, thank you very much to the deaf followers that have been in touch to help me with this. And amazing news, I have been appealing for a sponsor to help me pay for the subtitles because I want good quality subtitles, which means I want a human being to look through my content and translate the captions so there's no mistakes. And it's obviously takes me less time as well because it's a big job when you're doing like an hour's worth of podcast and YouTube content to put together all these subtitles. So time's money. And I didn't get a sponsor, but I had an anonymous donation from someone in the deaf community to help me catch up all the podcast episodes. So yeah, I've got a bit of money to do a few consecutive episodes back to back. I know that I've had 3 months out of doing YouTube since I did the Putu Secret River. I know I've taken a bit of a hit on the algorithm, so I'm just going to be consistent now as much as I can and try and put out this weekly content for you. So if you're listening to my podcast on Spotify or Apple or any of the other platforms that you can listen to podcasts on, if you're here now watching the podcast, you get a little bit extra at the beginning. I don't know how this is going to go because I feel like this will develop into something. I feel like that this will evolve because last week I just literally rolled the camera, started painting the hand, and just played the podcast. Yeah, like who knows what could happen. Maybe there'll be some extra different content that happens through these weeks. But for now, I'm going to keep it the same. I am today going to be carrying on painting with the candle, and also, very exciting, I have recently acquired a new easel. So this is my old easel. This flimsy thing and it's like, it's trying to put, oh my gosh, I got paint on my finger, I'm smudging it. But yeah, so these kind of easels are just, oh! My new easel by Artristic, which is an amazing company based in Australia. They have revolutionized pain points that we have when we're using easels like this. Oh shit. I thought that my new easel couldn't take this size because it's a small painting. This isn't an official video review of the artistic easel. I will do one of these in the future and show you all of the features that it comes with, but I just thought I'd introduce you to it now. Right, so check this out. Ooh. So this is the painting that I've just finished. This is called One Day and it's Stonehenge underwater. It's kind of like an apocalyptic image with Stonehenge submerged under the sea. I collaborated with an artist called Ellis Reed. He gave me a picture which I'll pop somewhere in here for you to look at, and I took inspirations from that. I really liked the foreground before the stones, how he captured the flowers, so I've turned it into a seabed and done it kind of similar. Changed the sky, obviously it's now underwater. Anyway, the easel. Check this out. Oh my gosh. So it rotates this way, it rotates that way, and also you can flip it back to a tabletop like this. Spin it around. But anyway, what I wanted to show you was, these are the attachments and it's quite big. I actually thought that this wouldn't fit, but the amazing team at Artristic, they saw me painting on my other easel after I bought this and were like, how's it going with your easel? I think they must have been worried that I didn't like it because I wasn't using it, but it's no, I didn't know how to use it, but they sent me a cheat sheet. I thought I would be able to do this without the cheat sheet. She sent it to me on Instagram. Spider! There was definitely a spider on me. Yeah! I get you, I understand now. Ding, penny drops. Right. Ah, yes! It has these little spiky things, and in the diagram, they were the other way around. So they just unscrew, and then you put them in the other way. There we go. Right, spin it around so you can see what's going on the back here. Yeah, that one like that. There we go. And this one. There we go. I am going to do a much better video of this. This is just a little something for you guys. That ain't going anywhere. Spin it around. See? Here it is. Ah, there we go. Woohoo! Check it out. Yes, yes. My artistic easel. Now, if you want one of these guys, then check out the link in the description. I'm now ready to paint. Anyway, so about this episode that you're about to listen to of my podcast, episode 2, which was almost 3 months ago now, I started a collaboration with an amazing artist called Jane Kaluga, and she makes murals for change. And yeah, I helped her on her journey, helped her set up a Patreon, and then helped her organise a few little bits at the beginning of one of her projects, which she basically paints murals for orphanages. Now, we were going to work together on this, but due to certain circumstances that it just couldn't work out that time, and she went ahead and did the mural and did an amazing job and made a lot of orphans smile in Bali. So yeah, go check her out as well. She wants to make a difference in people's lives by painting murals. Very inspiring, and yeah, so check out Jane Kaluga. She's an amazing digital artist. She's on Instagram, and yeah, check out her Patreon. I'll put links in the description as well. This is the interview that I did with Jane, just to talk about what she does and a bit of her background. I'm going to stop waffling now. I'm just going to carry on and paint. I'm going to paint while you listen to the beautiful sounds of my interview with the wonderful Jane Kaluga. Right, so I'm going to test sitting on this side of the mic and then moving chairs to pretend like I'm a person being interviewed by myself, just to see what the audio fidelity sounds like and if we can actually get away with one mic sitting fairly close to each other. Right, changing seats now. Here we go. Over the top of the mic. And here I am talking to myself. Hello, Graham. How are you? Yeah, I'm pretty good, actually. Thank you very much. The only thing I can't test is both of us talking at the same time. Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's impossible. Well, that seemed like it was a success. Listening back to that didn't seem too bad. All right, well, I better go and get a guest then. Welcome to Graham Cullis Karma Card Project Podcast, Episode 2. Okay, testing the mic with 2 people. Say something, Jane. Say something.
Hello.
Hello. That was a nice little voice.
Just a little beginning.
Test the mic.
Test the mic.
Test the mic. Test the mic.
I have such an annoying voice.
No, you.
Why do I do this?
You do not have an annoying voice. Well.
I wonder how it's gonna sound. You know, sometimes when we speak, it sounds one way, and then when we listen, nobody really likes their voice.
Well, you're about to find out, Jane. Let's do it. Right, okay, so I have found a guest. Amazing. This is my first experience of interviewing a guest, and today I have in the bedroom studio of my homestay Ms. Jane Kaluga. Hello, Jane Kaluga.
Hello.
Hello, Jane. Thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Well, so how are you feeling at this present moment of being on my podcast?
I feel fine. It's interesting experience, and I would love to be a part of it and share my journey and my story.
Right, so Jane Koluga, tell the listeners a bit about yourself and your art journey and what you do.
Well, for the last, I think, about 3 years, I've been mostly painting digitally. It's been a very interesting experience, especially because digital art actually allowed me to open up to the maximum as an artist. Obviously not maximum, but still I could find out my style as an artist, and finally felt that this is it, that I really like the way I draw now. I just want to stick with this theme, with this style. And it's really a big deal for an artist, because I used to think at some stage several years ago that it would take even more years, that it might take, sometimes people say it might take almost your whole life as an artist to find out your style. And as a perfectionist, it's...
Well, I suppose with digital art, you've got that freedom to be able to go back, correct mistakes, and then try different things, try different variations. And it's like, for me, I mean, I'm a new artist, as you know, you've seen my journey. I chose oils because I can make a million mistakes to get it perfect. So
yes, the key is, actually I've tried a digital art before, but it wasn't maybe the right time. We should go with our own pace, and we shouldn't rush things, because I sometimes can see this when maybe artists would be struggling with finding their style, and they would say like, how can I speed up this process? You cannot really speed up this process, because it's not a competition. And it's I also used to think this way, how can I get it faster? Actually, the reason why I started traveling and stuff, it's because I was hoping that this is gonna help me to find my style as an artist. I had a lot of let's say, the search was at some stage was one of the most important thing on my mind, and that's why actually the I don't know how to say, the miracle moment when I realized this is it. It actually happened quite spontaneous. I didn't expect. I was just kind of bored. It was in Vietnam. I clearly remember this moment when I was just so tired of wasting my paint. I used to use acrylic. I know you kind of don't like acrylic.
Yeah, last time I did acrylic, I threw it across my garage. I did a painting and literally I was like, I don't like this, and I threw it. I can't work with acrylics, but that's just me having self-doubt, and I probably just should take another approach to it. But
as I say, I've tried almost all of the materials, all of the mediums, you just name it, because I've been really searching, I've been really determined. I thought maybe if this material is going to help me to open up or that. But as I say, with the oil, when you travel a lot, it doesn't dry fast. It takes a lot of time. So if you move places, before moving...
Yeah, there's a little bit of noise outside, so remember, listeners, we are in my bedroom studio. So we have annoying dogs outside, and we have cars from Batu Balong going past, and we've got people chasing the annoying dogs, playing games with them, which is... Oh, there they are. I'll tell you what, I might close the curtains, and it might dampen a bit more of the sound. Right, hang on. No, we can still hear them. It's okay, though. It's okay. This is, early days. At some point, I will be in a little office space with some nice, soft... what's the word? What's the word? The nice... Soundproofing squashy things that are on the walls. What are they called? Where were we?
So yeah, we were talking about the style. As I say, I don't know. I mean, for me, it was a big deal, and I could see for many artists it is a big deal. And I've been asked this kind of question regarding the style quite often. And even before I found it, I would research on the internet some kind of advices on that. The advices I could give with the art style is don't rush things, because as I said, there is no better or worse. It's just your own unique journey that only you is gonna have. And maybe sometimes, as I say, sometimes the Little goes a long way.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite quotes. Really like it, and it's really applicable. Just stop stressing about the style, and it comes. I would never think back then that the digital art is gonna be my main primary like thing to do, and that it's gonna be the digital medium is gonna be my favorite medium, and I'm gonna have digital brushes and all this kind of stuff. Like if I would think about this maybe 5 years ago, 7 years ago, I would not.
Yeah. Well, I'm such a newbie artist that, you know, like, at the moment oil paintings is what I'm focused on, but I'm excuse me, but I'm also interested in trying murals, and so what are we about to do, Jane?
Yeah, we are about to start a little project, and it's gonna be murals in the orphanages and other places that might need art, a little art, and to lighten the environment around it, that might bring some smile.
Yeah. Oh, tell us
faces.
Tell us how it all began for you. So, for you listeners, Jane started doing murals was it a couple of years ago?
No, the very first mural, before I even was really like good of an artist, I just the desire to draw mural in the orphanage for some reason came to me when I was 19 years old.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember I couldn't sleep at night, and I wanted to do something really good. Just was thinking about life. What if I'm gonna die tomorrow? There is nothing left of me. There is just like absolutely only my family is gonna grieve a little bit, and then I'm just gonna disappear like I've never existed. And I didn't even give anything back to the world yet. 19, it's quite young, but I had this weird existential thoughts at like 1 a.m. in the morning. So
no, we have those existential thoughts all whole life, you know. I remember when I was little freaking out about one day I'm not going to be here anymore. Yeah. One day I'm not going to like my toys anymore. I remember crying about that.
Yeah, it's true. So after this I messaged to several places, some places like a dog rescue places, some like also several orphanages, some hospices, and in the morning when I woke up, the orphanage curator lady in my hometown, she replied, and I immediately came to see the wall, to check out the wall. Yeah, as I say, it started pretty much on the next day after this. And it was my very first mural project. I wasn't so good. It was very first time I ever painted on the wall. Maybe it doesn't count when I was a kid. I just wanted to help so much, and I thought I might not do the greatest job. So that's why I decided to come up with a very kind of simple but cute for the kids. Like it was 2 rooms for girls from 3 to 5 years old, or I think maybe till 7. So you can come up with the simple and cute design, which doesn't require that great of a skill, but still gonna look nice.
Yeah.
Like, some children illustration kind of books. So it's not similar to what I'm doing now.
So anyone that's wanting to get into murals, that is an artist that might be like intimidated by a huge canvas, that like you can just scale it back, just do something a little bit simple, get yourself into it slow and steady, know, and a little goes a long way, hey?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to add. Yes, exactly. That's true. Because if you, how I'm doing with everything that scares me, I'm just saying, okay, is there any simplest way I can do this? I still don't want to say no to the thing. I still think, okay, how can I simplify it? Is there any way I can make maybe change the idea to fit my current level or something? Back then I was thinking like this. I thought, okay, I don't know any techniques. I didn't know even about like any techniques how to draw murals back then when I first started, and no one was teaching me. But I wasn't scared because intentions were so pure, and for some reason I felt so much love from the volunteers around me, and I loved the results. I've chosen such a bright, different colors, and actually the most of like fear and intimidation happened when I did the mural in the hotel, because you kind of expected like something, you know.
So when this was your first commission by a hotel?
The commission one, that's when I was stressing, because
you had the expectations to deliver.
And I still didn't know back then what's the approaches, what's the ways to draw a mural. And my first mural, actually the commission one, was on a shipping container, and it was metal, so you have to buy a really special paint for this, and this paint is nothing. Like, you don't like acrylic, well, you haven't tried this metal paint for the exterior. That really sucks. My fear was ridiculous, but I still went for it, and I decided to come up with how can I simplify it again. This approach helped me actually when I think about this.
And how did you simplify that?
There were two shipping containers close to each other, and I looked at them. I was walking around and I looked at them, and it kind of gave me an idea that I can draw two eyes, each on one of them. It still looked like a whole mural, because I combined basically two containers. I had the gap in between the path.
So you made the most of the surroundings and the shape as well.
Yes, I wanted to bring the environment, the surroundings, and like to make a mural part of it. To make it all. It's like one of the most amazing things.
Yeah.
I like to.
And some people will probably overlook that, actually. Don't really take advantage of the surroundings and.
Yeah, it's true. But as a mural artist, it's actually one of the coolest thing, because you can actually really make an environment and surroundings like work for you.
Yeah, like pop out.
Yeah, it can make your painting also kind of not just visual, but also physical. There is an island in Malaysia, and actually there are lots of murals on the walls, and you could see the part of the mural is painted and the part of it is actually physical. There is a wall, I don't remember exact location and exact name, if we can name this mural. So there just I think it's a kid on a bicycle. The bicycle is actual physical bicycle that stick to the wall, and the half of the mural is painted. The girl riding this bicycle, and I think she is also holding the balloons.
So Jane, obviously, we're going to be going to Lombok on Friday to paint a mural at my friend's resort as a warm-up before we do the orphanage. But obviously that came out of how our plan of action changed, and we adapted, because we were supposed to be going somewhere else, and then to paint another villa for a warm-up, but then that got taken away from us because of certain situations, and then we had another wall that we were going to paint, and then that wall's getting knocked down, but we carried on, and then so my friends have a resort in Lombok, and they've got a wall for us, and we're going to be documenting this warm-up as well. So we'll be making a YouTube video alongside it of me learning how to do mural art by your amazing teaching and or instruction, and then we will then be moving on from there after having an amazing time, having some surfing and checking out Lombok a little bit as well, I imagine, and then we're going to come back to Bali and then take on the 2-story building, which is a 2-story building. It's a 2-story building wall orphanage. So yeah, it's a big job, hey.
It's not that big.
It is for me.
Actually, even for me, it's gonna be, I think, a first full 2-floor building as a mural. The techniques I'm gonna share with you. You're gonna observe, actually.
Yeah.
The best is to observe and ask questions.
Yeah.
And
don't you worry, I'll be asking a lot of questions.
I'm gonna ask for participation. I mean, even if you do something wrong, it's also a part of the journey. It's
exactly. You've got to fail to improve, and that's like me with this podcast. Like I said last week to my legends listening now, is that I don't really know what I'm doing here, and the last one was just testing it out, and I had that self-doubt about me trying it, and I'm also pretty scared about doing the mural, and like I know that the fact that I'm scared is that I should do it. So
definitely, as I say, it's the same thing as I've been saying. When some idea of some project is quite intimidating for me, I just think, okay, what's the simplest way? How we can start? Little steps, and then everybody started from somewhere. There are very rarely highly extraordinary geniuses being born, but the majority of people could just gain the talent. They could earn the talent. And strange thing that very extremely talented people, they might take their talent for granted and actually bury it, don't practice, don't do much. But those who maybe had the talent but not that like intense, they would just keep working hard on improving and doing more and more and more, and they actually end up way further. That's from my observation.
Yeah, because they got that determination and they know that they have to improve, so they have to practice, and then consistency is key at the end of the day, guys. If you keep pumping out the content, keep pumping out what you're doing, don't stop, you will succeed, you know. So you just
100%.
keep doing it, guys.
That's exactly why with the murals, as I say, I haven't done that many yet, but once I've learned the process, once I've learned the way, and now I just feel really confident, because it is not that much different from painting on the, let's say, digitally or on the paper or on the canvas, in a way that you still have the vision, you have the same kind of logic, it's just different size. You just, it's always to see, actually, even with the canvas, you have to walk away. You have to walk further to actually perceive. With when you draw in the mural, it's 100% always necessary. You're just constantly walking, checking what's going on. Sometimes you cannot, especially when we're gonna draw the big one in the orphanage, the 2-floor one. It's gonna be a very interesting experience, and I'm slightly afraid of height. So I just hope it's gonna be fine. I mean, I've been already painting with this, what's it called? This
scaffolding.
Yeah, so I've been already painting with the scaffolding, but not like that high, maybe like 2 meters. So I could even kind of jump, like of like climb onto this.
And over here it's all going to be made of bamboo tied with string.
No, that was actually the other one. The other scaffolding was also not very solid. It was like really kind of woodeny. Felt like it's been made, really fast and this kind of stuff. But as I say, it was all good. I could stand up. I'm quite light, so I think I feel good about it, and I'm really excited to start this mural. And I already come up with the idea. Actually, yes. So
is this top secret, or are you going to tell us now?
I'm not going to maybe tell the whole idea, but I think the idea...
Exclusive.
I'm going to post... I think I'm going to draw first this idea digitally, fully. And then post on my social media, and then you could see how this painting is being transformed onto the big wall.
So you're gonna put the full version out on your Instagram, social medias first, for the audience to have a feel of what it's gonna be, and they're excited about it, watching it go up on the wall. That's epic.
Yeah, it's interesting also to compare. This time, it's gonna be the first time when one of my goals are gonna be to make the mural look really similar to digital. But this idea, it's actually it's kind of secret by now, but as I say, this mural, it's gonna have a deep idea for the kids, and I want it to be inspiration, because as I've been saying before, art is in a way, it teaches us. It could teach, it could contain a knowledge, it could contain an idea that can change our minds sometimes.
And you're going to change the minds of all of those amazing young people at the orphanage as well.
I will try.
Of course, and I'm sure. And when you've done it before, I've seen some of the look on some of the faces on the photos of the kids that you're working with, and they're all having such a great time, and they're looking up to you, they're inspired. You're with them, in there with them. They're helping you. You're like a child with them.
Yeah. As I say, yeah, I feel when I'm with kids, not just only with them, but generally I feel like a child. And when I was with kids, I felt like I'm in my really comfortable environment. I felt so good, and I loved them being involved with the process. I loved them, when they would come to me, they couldn't speak English, and they would say you, me, and then pointing at the wall and asking me for the little brushes, and it's just precious. Seriously, it makes the process of painting the murals so much better.
I can't wait because it's just going to give me that same feeling of when I've worked with Youth Art Connect back in the UK, which is a CIC that I helped set up. And just like running the gallery and the groups once a month on a Saturday, and seeing the kids come along and having a great time, and I was just mucking about with them doing TikToks. Well, actually, I was forced into TikTok, but it's I really can't wait to see some of the kids' faces and interact with them, and especially to try test out my Bahasa Indonesia and it's gonna be good fun, I think, and I think we'll make a good team. I think the kids don't know what's coming when we hit the wall. They're gonna be like, what the hell? What are these guys about? These guys are more childish than us, because we are, like you said, this is what Jane said, both of us are artists and we're searching for our inner adult.
It's true. As I say, you cannot be too serious and be an artist. It's just impossible,
Yeah.
Painting is it brings this naivety and brings this lightness.
So what kind of style are we going to be painting?
We are not gonna do the abstract work, so it's gonna be surrealism. Actually, I'm gonna reveal a little bit about the future project. It's gonna be like everything I'm doing in surrealistic kind of way.
If you go to Jane's Instagram, JKO_art, you'll see her work. It's amazing. You're very much inspired by Salvador Dali, and it's amazing, guys. Check it out. It's totally magical. I've been hooked for 2 years.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So Jane, it's actually someone's birthday today.
What?
Do you know whose birthday it is? You don't know whose birthday it is?
No, my God, is it the Salvador Dali's birthday?
No, it's actually Nicholas Lyndhurst's birthday today.
Really? I don't even know who it is, actually.
I didn't think you would know who it is.
Yeah.
But some of my listeners are from England, and Nicholas Lyndhurst is Rodney from Only Fools and Horses. So he's going to be 61. So I think, that's a big old age. I'm almost there. What do you think? Do you think I should sing happy birthday for him?
100%.
Well, luckily I have my ukulele right here. There we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Nicholas Lyndhurst. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nicholas Lyndhurst, 61 today. I hope you're well, and I hope your day is full of love, hugs, happiness, and cake. Right, well, okay, so I think from now ongoing, I'm going to sing a happy birthday song to a celebrity every Wednesday, just because that's what I want to do on my podcast. And it's a good point for me to talk about how you can support this podcast as well. So this is an independent podcast. This is for my full-time job, along with YouTube and artist, and doing stuff with people like Jane to do murals and helping set up things like Youth Art Connect and all that sort of stuff. So if you want to support me as a philanthropist and artist and content creator to help do good into the world, then you can go to patreon.com/Graham Cullis Art. For a small pledge once a month, you can help support this and keep it independent and help me grow it as well.
So if you're getting value out of it and it's helping you out and it's giving you a bit of joy in your day, then please consider paying me to do what I do. For as little as the price of a cup of coffee, you get 4 podcasts a month, you get my YouTube video once a month, and also all the other content and the goodness and that I put into the world doing my projects on the Karma Card project. But of course, if you can't afford, then don't worry at all, because someone else that is pledging is paying for your experience. So I just want you to enjoy this. And yeah, that's it really. So go to patreon.com, that's patreon.com/Graham Cullis Art. And check out the perks that you can receive for different pledges. Receive a digital high-res print of one of my paintings every month for the minimum pledge. And then every 6 months for the medium pledge, you can receive my karma cards, which are 6 gift cards of my art prints that you can then use to send out as random acts of kindness and keep the ones you like. Which is what this podcast is all about. The Karma Card projects are when I team up with people like amazing Jane here and help her on her mission to do the murals as well. You're putting the money towards that as well. And actually on that subject, Jane is also setting up her Patreon as well. So as she's inspired me to get better at my art and try new mediums, like I'm going to be doing the mural project with her, she also has been inspired by the fact that I've been able to help create myself an income to do what I love and to put good into the world. And now with her, like she's been doing it anyway from the bottom of her heart, and for the love for years, these mural projects. And if you guys feel like you could donate to her as well, any of my lovely Patreon supporters that want to help someone else out, go and check out her content on her Instagram. I'll put all the links in the show notes. What are we calling this?
At the moment, I don't know yet the name of the project, but I think I'm just not gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna maybe call it Murals by Jane Kaluga. I would be the main artist in this project.
Yeah.
And
well, do you know what, Jane? Doesn't matter, because this isn't live. So the magic of it being not live is that you guys can go to the show notes,
and if you want to join Jane's mural project, you can just go there.
It's quite new thing for me, and I just was thinking what could be a good way to get people involved in what I'm doing in these murals, because while I was doing the murals in the orphanages, quite many people would show interest. They wanted to help, they wanted to also be a part of this, and I thought I should do something about this. I should allow and let people provide this opportunity for people to do the good thing with my hands. I'm gonna be the hands in this way. So as I say, not everybody can draw, and not everybody can go to orphanages in different countries, but everybody can be kind. And basically the idea behind these murals is to give love. And as I say, you can be a part of this if you want, and help me to spread love, for whom it will really lighten and brighten their day and maybe years.
Amazing.
They would feel that there are people who care. As I say, that's what I got from the kids when I was drawing these murals. It's more than just a mural. First of all, the kids, they learn from observation. They see somebody's coming and doing something so nice and kind to them, spending time painting with them, and they would tell me, Jane, I want to be like you when I grow up. And this is just priceless. I found out that I'm not the only one who think this way. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who have a lot of love in their heart, and they want to spread it. And yes, Patreon is going to be a platform through which you can, share this love. From all the things you can choose to be nowadays, the best is to choose to be kind, I think.
Amazing. And what a worthy cause that is. So yeah, just to summarize that, guys. So by pledging to Jane's Patreon, you're supporting the content that she creates and puts out there. It's the same deal with what I do. So yeah, if you want her to put kindness into the world and you want to help out, and the money will go towards materials, go towards the time and space that she needs to do this for these young people. And you're investing in the art that's going to be there forever, the legacy that she's going to put in this world, which is going to make people smile for years. Anyway, Jane, so I think we should wrap this up now. It's very hot in this room. We're in Bali, Indonesia, everybody, in case you're first-time listeners here. And we haven't got the aircon on because we don't want the audio fidelity to be interrupted only by stupid dogs outside. So yeah, we are sweating our tits off now. And so basically what I would like to do now is just ask one more question. Let's do this in two parts. So, what's the best advice you would give to someone who wants to try out digital art?
The best advice on the digital art, I think I would say you need to don't give up when it's not going well, because as I say, it takes time to adjust, and it's all quite relatively new for us, and it feels really different from painting on a canvas. As I say, first several attempts on becoming a digital artist were not really successful for me, but the last one was so successful that it opened up so many doors in my life.
And now you're a full-time digital artist.
It allowed me to draw in any place where I want to draw. It could be lying down in bed, really comfy. As I say,
to all you aspiring digital nomads out there that want to know how to do it, you can do it down the art road as well.
Yeah, digital art is amazing tool that modern technologies providing us and allowing artists to become fully independent, to find some other ways to apply these artistic skills. And as you know, we have this NFTs and so many opportunities nowadays. Actually, I think this is the time when we live in is the best time for the artist to become successful and being while they're still alive.
and there's me lugging my easel and paints around like a madman. Right, well, the second part of this actually as well also is, what advice would you give to someone going into trying a mural for the first time?
About the mural, I would say don't be intimidated by the size. The best advice is try, as I say before, try smaller. Try to simplify your idea for the first mural. For the first mural, it could be just a flower. You just need to let yourself make mistakes, because this is the only way you're gonna learn, and this is the only way you're gonna grow. And I've been seeing the paths of so many successful mural artists, and I've been asking them to show me your first mural. And I could see their last mural with my own eyes, meanwhile. And, it's impressive. The first mural very often would be something like a flower or something really little and easy.
So like scaling it back, like you said.
Yes. As I say, just when you're intimidated by the wall, just look at the wall and think, okay, what's the easiest thing I can draw on this wall? But don't give up in the idea of still drawing. I was so scared. I was really seriously, I've been so nervous. It took me quite a lot of time. Now it would take me a couple of hours to draw this mural, but before it took me 1 week.
Well, now you actually give me some confidence now, because next week it's going to be my time to step up. So I'm going to do something very easy, like a flower.
Yes, it's true. It's amazing practice. You don't need, if you make a mistake with the flower, nature is beautiful in its imperfection.
Exactly.
That's why our imperfections on the canvas, whether it's going to be a wall or a screen, the digital or iPad or a piece of paper, the imperfections sometimes is the things that actually creating a style and unique touch of each human being. You put what you see in this world and you put it through yourself, through your head, and then it comes out with your hands onto the surfaces. That's how I perceive the process.
Amazing. Well, that's it, guys. We've just had a Jane Kaluga on the podcast. She's showed herself to the world now. She's it's like it's a bit of a new thing for you doing this, hey?
It is a new thing. I'm quite a private person. Yeah. Maybe a little bit shy, we can say that. But I want to open up because the cause is more important. As it's the same with the art. I want to go and do things that make me feel uncomfortable, and if I'm intimidated by something, like with the walls, with the big murals back in the days, it used to be intimidating. Now it's not. Now I'm like, give me bigger size. But sharing my journey, same with sharing my projects with people, letting people be involved. it's I'm also intimidated.
Well, do you know what, Jane? I actually think I have to say I'm very proud of you. You're actually quite the natural at this, and yeah, I think.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh, thank you so much.
I think
It's important.
it's going to be a Jane Kaluga podcast coming up very soon, I reckon. But yeah,
You never know.
You never know. Right. So anyway, so thank you so much, and guys, yeah, I'm going to be trying my hardest to do this every Wednesday, this podcast, and next Wednesday or next week, me and Jane will be in Lombok, and we will, which is an island next to Bali. We're going to be island hopping and going and doing a warm-up mural, like I said at the beginning, and yeah, so I will be doing, I'll be recording my podcast over there, so you'll be hearing a little bit, possibly hearing a bit about the experience of what's going on over there. So tune in for next week, and
there's going to be part 2.
yeah, pretty much, and also yeah, see how it's going, and yeah, we will also be documenting everything, and if you keep an eye out for my YouTube, the video which will come out eventually, there will be a YouTube collaboration with Jane here, and we will be showing you the process from the beginning to the end, when we did the warm-up, and then when we've done when we've created the smiles at the orphanage. So it's going to be a really nice, heartwarming video to watch. I can't wait to share that with you.
Yeah, really excited about this.
Yeah. All right, nice one, Jane. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
High five. Yes.
Also, wherever you're listening to this podcast, please don't forget to give it a rating and a review. Thank you.
Session done. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. And episode 3 will be out very soon. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit the bell, yada yada yada. Check out all the links as well to what I talked about in the podcast. Beautiful. Oh, and give me some feedback in the comments, please. That would be wonderful. Just because I need you to, for the algorithm to help me grow. And I would love to chat to you. Check out these next videos. You might like them. Who knows? Alright, I'm done. Try and finish it off next time. Who knows?